Hi, this is Joe Wang here with more tips and examples on how to live a fruitful life. Today I'll be talking about fruitfulness in setting boundaries because the thing is that we all live busy lives. We all have our own responsibilities of what to do each day. And sometimes there are other people that may come up and ask for help. And the thing is that a lot of times, sometimes, at least for me, I would try to help other people, try to take out some part of my time to try to help others, because first of all, I want to be kind, I want to be, I want to be kind to others. I feel, that's important as a way to show, love and caring. But then the thing is that, at the same time, I have to keep in mind that those kind of stuffs would cause me to have less time to finish my tasks. And sometimes, it's very hard to, prioritize, prioritize our schedules due to helping others because the thing is that a lot of times the part of the reason why we can't say no is that we don't want to, come out as being, selfish, and inconsiderate. So today I'll be talking about something that I've constantly had to struggle, constantly where I have to constantly set boundaries to make sure that I get the things I need to get done. So the thing is that I usually buy and resell games, and the thing is that I don't always sell on eBay or Amazon. I mean, sometimes I do it, but it's very seldom. Most of the time I prefer selling on Craigslist or OfferUp because the thing is that I just like, first of all, I don't like shipping. Shipping costs money. But then second of all, I like having conversations with other people. I like to meet up with people and and talk about games and all that stuff. That's what I like, talking to people that share the similar passion as I do. And also potentially, meet other people. Like in fact, I did a video, I think like a few months back about, video game hunting, fun video about that and how I met the other Joe. I met the other Joe actually through reselling. We were actually doing some kind of trade about in which you don't want certain games, you give it to him and then the person would swap some games to you with similar value. Basically, we did a trade and we met up, and that's how I actually got to meet the other Joe, and we actually now become pretty decent friends. Like we actually hang out and play games or do stuff together. I mean, or like go hiking or do all those different stuffs. But basically, I prefer to sell on offer or Craigslist. Sell locally because it's just, even if it's like people that like we don't become friends with, like I just love to to meet up with them and and talk to people, talk to buyers about games. It's just good to share the similar passions together. And the thing is that I'm one of those people who will constantly sell. How to define a reseller. A reseller is somebody who constantly sells stuff. So like the thing is that I get lots and lots of emails. I get lots of emails. I get lots of texts. From random buyers who wants to buy my stuff. Buy my different games or different consoles or different gaming related accessories, different action figures, all those different stuffs. And the thing is that a lot of times, it's basically, I consider this as being on call, because the thing is that you never know when people contact you, and then you will have to take out certain time of your day to go out and basically meet up with those buyers. And the thing is that a lot of times I have to tell them that I can't meet right now. I would give them a time, and a lot of times I can't meet up right now, because the thing is that when you have so many buyers, let's say you have so many buyers, sometimes it could get to the point where if I meet up with them with their schedules, it comes to the point where I cannot get my responsibilities met, because the thing is that all of those buyers, they pretty much try to cut into my daily routine schedule. Like I never plan say what time I'm gonna do that. I mean, of course I always for me, I prioritize Fridays to run errands, and that's when usually I say we can meet up and do stuff, and meet up and I can sell you those games that you want. But the thing is that sometimes they might contact me throughout the week, and sometimes I have to really as much as I want to do it at that time, I have to say no. For instance, okay, one specific instance that I can recall recently where I had to say no, even though I kind of had a short period of time to be able to do it, was during my dad's birthday. So a few weeks back, my dad had his birthday, and the thing was that we already made me and my mom already planned to spend that evening with him, to give him a good meal, cook for him, get a good meal, and to show his appreciation of being a good dad. And the thing was that on that day, I still remembered, on that day, a mom actually contacted me on OfferUp saying that, hey, she wanted to buy one of my games, and the thing was that I technically had time. I was thinking, because it was a Sunday, and on Sundays typically I also have an art class commitment. And she said that she's free that day. She actually contacted me in the morning, and the thing was that at first I was thinking, maybe I should meet up with her as soon as possible. Because the thing is that another thing is that I wanted to. The reason why I'm really urgent in having a meetup time like as soon as possible is that the thing is that if I say that the earliest we can meet is like later on in the week, the thing is that a lot of times I experienced this where, in the past where, people change their mind and they flake on you, and that would suck, because the thing is that then you would have to wait for, someone else to be interested about the same product to contact you again, and then just everything would just, it would just be so much of a hassle, and it would suck that certain stuff that you want to get rid of, you're just stuck with it, So the thing was that at first because granted, that game that I want to sell, it has been like sitting there for about 2 weeks or so, and it's not too long, but for 2 weeks, and I really, and then finally somebody really offered me, to buy it. I mean, there were other people that offered it, but that's also a thing, they kept lowballing me, and lowballing too low, and I didn't want to, give it to them. But the thing is that this lady didn't really like lowball me, so I was like, I wanted to do it. But then the thing was that I noticed my responsibility. I already promised my dad, saying that first of all, I already have one commitment, saying that I had to go to the art class. That's one commitment I don't really wanna break. And then number two, after art class, I have to spend time with my dad. So, and then before the art class, I usually am like at church, because I go to late service. I'm one of those people who, sleeps in. So the thing is that I really don't have too much time to meet up with anyone on Sundays. And that's any typical Sunday. I don't, usually if I were to do anything, it has to be after art class, and that's after like 5 p.m. But the thing is that I really, the only way I could meet up with that mom for her to buy my game would be if I get late to art class, or or sacrifice my time with my dad. And the thing is that I was tempted to do it, but then I told myself that no, I should not let I should set my own boundaries, my responsibilities, my priorities, my promises, my commitments, those stuffs should go above the other everything else, because the thing is that, yeah, for everything else, I should not let other things that are less important to me to cut into my schedule. I should not let those, like the reselling stuffs, to cut into my schedule, After all, I already promised my dad. Now if, let's say if the person contacted me and I did not have plans yet, then that would make sense, because the thing it's all related to, which one comes first, because which one comes first, if I already promised someone that I was gonna meet them certain time, I won't try to, even if it's really tempting to take in another offer to do something else that overlaps during my commitment, during my promise, I would not do it. I would not do it, because the thing is that, a promise is a promise, and it's really important, to keep promises. It's really important to set your boundaries, to make sure you keep your promises, to keep your responsibilities. So yeah, this is all I have for today. If you want to know more tips and examples on how to live a fruitful life, please feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.